Exposing the truth in Sierra Leone's rice markets, prices have crashed and it's changing daily life. For years, rice has been at the center of every household's worries, with families stretching their budgets just to afford this staple. But now, something remarkable is happening in markets across the country. The cost of rice, which once seemed to rise every month, has suddenly dropped, bringing a wave of relief to millions of Sierra Leoneans. But what's really behind this drop? Is it just a temporary dip, or are we seeing the start of a new era for food security in Sierra Leone? Let's take a closer look at the factors that have come together.
Food security is about the availability of sufficient food for everyone at every time, in relation to the reductions of malnutrition, the availability, affordability, and acceptability.
Long time rising prices made it tough for families to buy enough. Many parents had to make difficult choices, sometimes cutting back on other essentials just to keep rice on the table. But now the cost of a 50 kilograms bag has fallen from Le 980 to just Le 620. That's a huge 36.7% drop. This isn't just a number, it's a real difference that means more meals, less stress, and a little extra money left over for other needs. Why did this happen? What changed to make rice suddenly so much more affordable? The answer lies in a combination of smart government action, global market shifts, and a bit of good fortune. First, the government stepped up, removing import taxes and helping big rice importers. By cutting these taxes, the government made it cheaper for importers to bring rice into the country, and those savings are now being passed on to shoppers. Officials also worked closely with importers to ensure that enough rice was available in the markets, preventing shortages and panic buying. The Leone also got stronger against the dollar, so imports are cheaper. When our currency gains value, it means we can buy more from abroad for less money. This has made a big difference, especially since Sierra Leone still relies heavily on imported rice to meet demand. Global rice supplies are back on track after COVID and the Ukraine war, meaning international prices fell. Disruptions in the past few years had pushed prices up everywhere, but now with more stability and better harvests worldwide, the cost of rice on the global market has come down. This is good news for importers and ultimately for families at home. And finally, the government cracked down on price hoarding, making sure rice actually reaches your local market. By monitoring traders and enforcing fair practices, authorities have helped prevent artificial shortages and price gouging, so that everyone can benefit from lower prices. What does this mean for you? For the average Sierra Leonean family, it means more food on the table, less anxiety about tomorrow's meal, and a chance to save or spend on other important things like school fees, healthcare, or small business investments. Families can now buy more rice with the same cash. Some are even able to buy a little extra, sharing with neighbors or saving for special occasions. The mood in the markets has shifted. There's a sense of hope and optimism that hasn't been felt in a long time. Traders say business is picking up and people are smiling again at the market. Vendors are seeing more customers and the energy in the market is lively. It's a win-win for both buyers and sellers, as the entire community feels the positive impact of lower prices. But there's a catch. Since we still import most of our rice, prices could jump again if the world market changes. Any disruption in global supply, currency fluctuations, or new international crises could quickly reverse these gains. It's a reminder that while things are good now, they could change in an instant. So while this is a big win, the real future lies in growing more rice right here at home. Investing in local agriculture is the key to long-term food security. If we can produce more of our own rice, we'll be less vulnerable to global shocks and more in control of our own destiny. Support for our farmers and better tools will keep rice on our tables and keep prices low for good. By empowering local farmers with training, technology, and access to markets, Sierra Leone can build a stronger, more resilient food system. The recent drop in rice prices is a reason to celebrate, but it's also a call to action, to invest in our land, our people, and our future.